Hello and welcome to SnowRunner. I just thought I'd do a video on this contract, Boiling Hot. This is actually the first time I've hauled this cargo, even though this cargo originally appeared in Phase 5 in the Year 2 DLC in Dawn. I actually haven't hauled it there yet. I watched somebody move this, and they rolled it. So my initial thought was that you should probably unpack this. Oh, you can? Oh, yeah, you can unpack it and move it to a wide semi-trailer so it'd be less likely to roll off on you. Probably need a heavy crane to do it. But then I thought, what if I just made it harder for it to roll over in the first place by using a heavy truck like the Dairy Longhorn 3194 that I'm using here? So that's kind of what I'm putting to the test to see if that's a good idea or if I should have gone with my initial gut instinct. And it's kind of an interesting choice. You can go all the way down to craft here, or you can go up here. This area is solid rock, so I honestly prefer this crossing right here, and that's what I'm going to do. And then you can just come down. Let's see, where is that? That drop-off point is... Okay, so you probably just either go this way to the town, or actually what I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to go this way, follow this road in, and this will take you pretty much all the way past the garage to right here. And I just thought it'd be fun to do it with a base game truck because I want these guides to be helpful to people, and if I use a DLC truck, I'm kind of rolling the dice on whether a person would have that DLC. And then, I mean, I can recommend non-DLC trucks to do certain jobs if you don't have the DLC, but I mean, for instance, here in North Carolina, I mean, it's safe to assume that somebody would have, say, the new FEM and the MTB, but can you really assume they'd have something, say, from Year 2, like the Tega 6455B from May? So I like to do these types of contracts with base game trucks. That way it's as useful. You're like, oh, I got that truck. Or I can easily save up money to get that truck. Now we're going to kind of take a little bit of a shortcut right here. Because you can take this all the way around and then come back on this. Or I'm just going to, since this ground is nice and firm, I'm just going to drive by the railroad tracks. Although that box there is not in a great place, so we're going to cross to the other side. We should be okay. Nice though. I was hoping I'd get around that. Oh, one other thing, you do want to kind of swing out wide so you don't high center on the lot that's directly in front of us. I did that trying to drive the family back to the garage on Pipeline Bay, so you do want to kind of swing out a little. And the other thing I'll mention here is I definitely class this region as a reason where you need off-road tires. I was driving this and had issues in the swamp on Pipeline Bay, but that was because I'd forgotten that I still had all-terrain tires on this truck. So this is definitely one of those regions where I honestly, if you have multiple seasons of DLC, I wouldn't recommend coming here first. I'd recommend another place first until you get to at least driver rank 8 and unlock off-road tires, because there are probably some places where it will make a difference in this region. No, I gotta be careful because I'm coming up to the spot where I watched the trailer roll, and actually, and so, because these roads, they don't look too bad, and they just kind of lure you into a false sense of security, and then before you know it, you're going too fast, and they put an incline sideways, and that incline is what usually gets you. I'm using the middle engine here, so potentially doing this with the top may be a better idea, but I damaged that one so much that I decided to trade it out in the middle, and then when I was doing that, that's when I discovered that I still had the all-terrain tires on this truck. May have made my adventure with the Cat 770G a little more controllable or not as frustrating in the aborted video I tried to do on this particular file. And we're stuck on a tree because of course we are. I'm wishing I cut through the log camp because I didn't even think about getting caught on a tree. Yeah, you got some serious incline here. That's a lighter truck, the boiler weight may actually just pull you over onto your side, so it's probably a good thing that I use such a heavy truck to do this. And so while I'm theoretically past the point where I need to worry about rolling, I'm going to keep my eyes open because I don't want to have to take the time to bring a heavy crane out here to reload the trailer. And then when we get to the farm, I'm going to talk about one other option, because there is a free white semi-trailer you can get. It's actually the new 3-axle one introduced by this DLC. It's on Orville Hills, and I'll talk about how to recover it if you do want to take the, let's just transfer it from this trailer to a wide trailer. Or you could buy the wide flatbed semi-trailer that has 2 axles that's in the game. But I tend to try to use the trailers that are already here in hard mode. And I guess, speaking of other trailers that would minimize tip, the contract running on empty on the first map, Pipeline Bay, you do get to keep that step deck trailer, and that would give you a lower center of gravity, so that trailer could also be another option. The catch is it's going to be easier to bottom out, so it depends on how much trouble you feel you're going to have bottoming out, whether you want to use that or not. One other thing I want to mention is when you get to this garage, this semi-trailer here, it's not related to contracts, so you can drain it completely dry. There is a fuel station right here, but I just thought I'd point that out. So, there you go. And just one final note, if you want to get that 3-axle semi-trailer on Orville Hills, it's called, I've already completed the contract, but I believe it's called Essential Semi-Trailer. And what it is there's a trailer caught here that you need to recover. I tried to pull it up out of here with the lightweight loading crane on the Mac Defense, but it didn't have the power. So what I ultimately ended up doing is driving all the way here, then driving down here where this little gap is and coming in from this direction, and then just pulling it back down. And once I got it hitched up, it was just an easy drive back up the hill from here, and then all the way over to this warehouse area, where, as you can see, because you get to keep the trailer, I still have it parked here, but I've got to get fuel out to the Mac Defense. And you get a place to resupply your repair points. And if you're not in hard mode, it also automatically repairs your vehicle. Now, even though I said don't come here until level 8, I'm just kind of showing off a little bit of the map. I believe it's in this corner is the gateway to Flatlands. There was one contract back on Reactive Zone that kind of caught my eye for how much XP it rewarded you, and that was the rock slide here. So I may make a standalone video just with a fresh file, just seeing how far that could boost you, and then seeing if maybe, say, you got up to driver rank 4, if it would be enough XP to get to 8, so you could come here after doing a few things to get some money and collect upgrades in Michigan, which I think would be a kind of interesting idea. Anyway, thank you for watching.